Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Dior, and this is Langrisser Mobile. Alright, so we got some new awakenings to do. Let's go ahead and start with SP Narm. I haven't really gone over much about her. It's kind of strange because her SP class got unlocked, but her 3C didn't get unlocked until just now. Well, I guess just now as of recording this. In any case, her mechanics have changed a bit. She still gets her attack increase when initiating battle. Her mobility reduction's been reduced. It only does 1, but it now also does. They make it so they take additional 15% damage from Narm, and this stacks up to 2 times. In PvP, this is not exactly useful. The mobility down is good because it can make it so you can disable guard, assuming they're not immune or don't have freaking Frozen Seal nearby. The other thing I guess that's really important is let's see, it can't be dispelled. So that's pretty. I think the original one could. And then the trigger, this can only happen once every 2 turns. With her exclusive helmet, that reduces it down to a 1-turn cooldown. So with a combination of something like aim, you can kind of refresh it pretty quickly. As for her new skills she got from her SP class, she got Skybreaker Shot, which allows her to do 1.4 times damage that does extra damage to flyers, and it will ignore guard if this targets a flyer. So this is actually something that most archers should have, is the ability to have a way of sniping flyers. But unfortunately, just having some ground units nearby that jump up into the air and take the arrows for you is apparently enough to prevent you from usually doing that. It also prevents act against, which shouldn't matter because if you're shooting this at a flyer, it shouldn't be alive. Cripple, when at 100% HP, you can actually reduce mobility by an additional 2 before initiating battle, and renders them unable to guard for 1 turn. So if this were to trigger like before the guard triggered, this could actually be kind of useful, but I don't think that's how it works. I can't really confirm it because I haven't. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because the 3C that she unlocks actually will bypass guard if it's against something that has low mobility. But in most cases, your opponent's going to have plenty of mobility, either because they're high mobility or the fact that you can't hit them in the first place to actually apply Arrow of Light, so it doesn't really matter. In any case, let's go ahead and dive into this. Time flies, but the arrow that guards Baldia remains forever sharp. Alright. Also, her SP class unlocked Elven Cavalry Archers. Originally, she had access to pretty much all the archers. But usually, I used to run with Sky Archers, but now that she's high mobility, which is the other change, she's now 5 move. Elven Cavalry Archers are kind of her best troops. Anyway, nothing too special. I don't think there's anything I want to add. Actually, there is one thing I can add. We can swap this out for sprint. This is the other thing that's neat about Narm, is you can actually use her as an attack support. So you can move 2 steps forward. Okay, so this is all workable. I think I'm going to have the opponent come to us. Yeah, I think having the opponent come to us is probably the best bet. I don't have move again, which is usually what I used to go with for Narm. So if I run in now, I'm just going to get myself killed. I'm actually going to just pass turn in place. And then take advantage of oh, you had attack buff. Well, that's fine. We're not going to worry about it then. And then we're going to do this. So plus attack and plus move. You stayed in place. Even better. Okay, perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better result. Alright, so with that, we're going to go ahead and just move here. Let's go ahead and show this. Yeah, I mean, Narm's always been like a character that's you use to melt anything that's a flyer. That's why she's used for a particular boss. And now that she has a stacking damage increase debuff, it's even more crazy. Alright, we'll do this. Alright. Okay. So what I can do here is that. Okay, well that was lag. I did not click in turn. I clicked Wind Whisper, but apparently it did not agree with me. Alright, well that's a problem. Okay. Just attack normally. Okay, and then just a smidgen of health left. Yeah, I would have won if I didn't somehow lag. My input didn't get lagged out. That's alright. Still quick and easy. Alright, so with this, she finally gets her 3C, which is Sun Piercing Arrow. And of course, she gets her exclusive animation. Of course, it's based off her base class and not based off her SP class. So with this, you can now do something. So originally, like my kit for her before her SP class was pretty like it was just this, like literally move again, aim, and then deadly, and just maximize her regular attack. But now I want the guard bypass, and I definitely want the 3C. Damage is increased by 10%. After battle, gains the chance to move another 2 blocks. So essentially this replaces Roundabout. Attacks a single unit for 1.6 times with bonus damage against flyers. Before entering battle, ignores guard if the target has 2 or less mobility. Silences the enemy's active and passive skills after battle. Last 2 turns, cannot be dispelled. So, assuming that she can't just apply the cripple ahead of time before the guard, pretty much the only way to make this work is to use somebody that has either Blizzard or Ice Dragon Breath, which is an AoE that debuffs mobility. And even then, that will only be useful against things that had 3 movement to begin with, which most opponents are going to use high mobility characters, so it's probably not that useful. Still, I would take it anyway, just because it does so much. So this will probably be my kit for now. In aim, you generally want the extra 2 steps of movement. This essentially makes it so she has 7 move, which is, unfortunately nowadays in the meta, it's about 7 movement is average, which is ridiculous. In any case, this buffs up her attack by her total power by crazy, and she's now my most powerful character. That's ridiculous. Alright, well in any case, let's dive into the next one. Let's do Freya. So, the other SP class, for this fight, this is fine, I guess. Sure. Alright, I will become the guiding light of Baral, even if it means I must fight the ones I love. So again, our opponent's going to be probably the base class Freya. Yep. She's stacking all of her guards. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's dive right into this. Okay, Cat, you need to get off the desk. Alright. So, unfortunately, the faction buff is only going to apply to her. And then everything else here doesn't really matter much. So yeah, what I'll do is pass turn in place. Can anyone else attack? Alright, what we want to do is bait this thing to attack us. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, against Cav, she should be fine. And you can guard, so this is fine too. Yeah, I don't want to overlap your defense buff. We'll put this on you. Okay. Let's do this first. Okay, Lance Phalanx can't do much about that. Alright, at this point I'll go ahead and do that. We'll have to kill this with a... we'll have to kill this with a caster if we can. Okay, got rid of the guard. That's good. Okay, and then I can do this. Okay. One healer down. Okay. So with this, I should be able to disable your guard. Okay. Alright. This will be the last turn of Tiaris' passive, which is going to be debuffed anyway since she's dead. There we go. Alright. Oh, she's our holy class, so if we can get rid of those spears, we might be okay. Let's go ahead and heal everyone up at this point. I was trying to do fixed damage, but I think it got dispelled or it wore off. Alright, that's fine. There we go. Alright, not too bad. I was a little concerned since Freya's just a tank, but that spiky damage is always good. Alright, so we get Fury of the Rose. Again, animation's based off her base class, not her SP. And essentially, if we finally, even though she's an SR character, she now has a faction buff that counts as an SSR buff. It also does some other things. Passive, it takes all attacks for adjacent friendly units and gains immunity to effects that prevent from being healed, which is great because I didn't actually have a way. That was one of the things that definitely killed her. Well, a lot of times was getting her heal negated and having nothing I can follow it up with. And then to activate it, she gets essentially a guard, very similar to Christiane. And then it activates Rose Parade, which does fixed damage of Crystal Spike is guaranteed to trigger after battle. And then all Origins of the Light heroes will get essentially a faction buff. And then in addition to the standard buffs that you get upon entering battle, damage is increased by 12%, and damage is increased by a further 5% if the attacker is formed of non-mixed forces. So, essentially with this, that means we don't need this anymore, don't need that anymore, and at this point she can kind of take whatever she wants. Heavy shield is probably the best bet. Because that, yeah, at this point, this does a lot of good things. I mean, Rose Slash is okay, but it's the situation where the guard only lasts for 2 turns. But with this, and the fact that the cooldown's 3, there is no downtime for Freya's guard anymore, which is really helpful. Also, since this is now pretty much the equivalent of SSR faction buff, this will work with Toa's requirements for her various attacks. So very helpful. So we'll go ahead and equip that. Unfortunately, she's not going to be viable for the Apex box, unfortunately. There's just not enough Origins of Light characters to warrant bringing her back. And at this point, Christiane is just way too useful for what I need. Freya kind of falls in the same issue as Albedo, where she's a very good tank. Even though Freya does have a faction buff, besides the faction buff, she doesn't really provide much support for any of the other characters, besides maybe that the crystal spike damage. Anyway, we have one more character to work on, and that is Alpha. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, this kit's fine. I'm a little concerned whether or not I'm strong enough to pull this off, but we'll see. So first we need to unlock her 6th skill point. By the Master's Grace I have returned. The Master's Will is my command. Her biggest issue is she doesn't have very good troops. Especially to deal with that. Yeah, Epsilon's gonna be a problem. And I don't have any good solutions. I mean, I could take phalanxes, which don't have their skin apparently. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I do have 4 mobility, which is going to help me a bit. Okay, physical damage reduced by 25%. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to hit you with everything I got. Okay, not bad. Then we're going to get hit by this guy. Okay, every time I get hit I can at least heal. Alright, and then what that did is it swapped me back over to magic. So what I'll do is... Sorry, which one do I have? This is cover, right? Yeah, so we want it to switch it back to shield. Actually, I mean, keeping it as it... Yeah, we'll just keep it as shield. Just in case I don't get kill. Alright, so for right now we're going to fall back. Okay, he does have an attack that's 2 range. So we want to engage when we have the shield active and our cooldowns. Do you have any passives? No, these are all activatable skills. Okay. Alright. Do you ignore terrain? Like, what's up with you? These are city walls. How am I able to move through them? Oh, wait, I think they cost 2 movement, and I have 4. I guess that's what's happening here. Alright, well that's fine. So we're going to fall back here. This actually puts us in a really good situation. So what we can do here is we're going to swap back to shield. And take advantage of the train here. Okay. And then move in for kill. And yeah, we do get, I mean, I believe we get a buff because of class disadvantage, so that helped us out a bit. That wasn't too bad. Usually situations where you're stuck with spears and you have to go against infantry, it becomes a bit of a struggle. Alright, so got our 6th skill point. And that needs to be fixed. There we go. Alright. Give me 1 moment. Okay, got the hearts I needed. Alright, last step. I will use this body to make the last crystal bloom and achieve my master's ambitions. Okay. Alright, so what's your gimmick? Are you a cheater? You are a cheater. Yeah, she doesn't know Broken Blade. How is she? Whatever. She did bring guard. Good for her, I guess. We do have force teleport if we want to be insane. I'm trying to think who I want to take out first. Alright. We'll see how this goes. I'll play it by ear. I'm not going to bring up guard skill because there's no reason to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that'll be the front row. It's either that or I go here and I try to attack the back row. I mean, her buff is down. Her buff is on magic right now. If this unit hasn't moved before battle, this attack ignores guard. Okay. Ignores guard. Oh, well, that helps. But it does reduce damage. Okay. Alright. Okay, so here's what we'll try doing. We're gonna blast you with all this. I kinda want to just kill Gizzard off. Oh, are you kidding me? You're the only person I can teleport? That's some bullshit. Yeah, in that case, yeah, screw that. I hate when they do that, where it's like, oh, they're on your team, but they can't actually help you. Or well, rather, they can't help each other, which is ridiculous. Alright. Okay, so with that in mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need to shift you down. Yeah, in that case, I have to just let them go towards us. 3, 4. Okay, so we need to shift you down. Yeah, unfortunately, all this is grassland, so we're gonna get a little bit of a party here. Interesting. Was not exactly expecting things to go like that. Doesn't really help me much, though. So I can hit 2 of them from here. What, reduced defense? Yeah. We're gonna shift down this way. See if we can get rid of Moo. You can maybe make something happen. Oh, I have to move you first. We'll fall back. Okay. Shift down here. Disable your passive. That's fine, I wanted that to happen. That I didn't. Jeez. Yeah, the fact I can't teleport is a problem. Okay, yeah, we'll stick with that. We'll see what we can do. This is not inspiring confidence, unfortunately. I mean, my other option is I just push forward and hope for the best, but that Epsilon's up is literally just gonna murder me. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay. You always get the ranged. Okay. Might be able to do something with this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, deal with you. This will debuff defense. Okay. Deal with you. Your guard is active, right? Yep, it is. Okay. Okay. Did I get rid of your guard? I did. Okay. Unfortunately, not many targets to play off of. Stick to magic. Okay. Norse guard. That's gonna hurt. Oh, I didn't realize that reacted to AoEs. It's not bad. I'm alive. Alright. So you got magic guard up now. Not much I can do about it though. And you're stuck. Yeah, you're completely stuck. Alright. Let's I can do that at least. Try not to die. Thank you. Can't do anything with you. So we're getting passive heals because of Moo. Well, that was bound to happen. Okay. Yeah, we have to kill Moo. If we don't, this is just gonna be endless. But you're still unable to move. Alright, good. Good. Just what I wanted. Okay, now I can move. Yeah, that pet's a problem. Thank you for the silence. Okay, no more passive healing. And then I'm just gonna root you in place. Have fun. Jerk. Alright. And then from here... You do magic damage. But you can attack from range. Alright, switch just to physical. Okay. Okay. Bit of a pain, but we managed to make it work. Anti-heal, really? We'll wait a turn. Okay, I should be able to end it now. You're gonna explode. Alright. Sorry for taking so long on that last one. Alright, so get Amethyst Blast. There's your animation. Alright, Amethyst Blast. Grants 100% HP upon taking damage that would otherwise have been fatal and reduces the cooldown of all skills by 5. Also permanently removes your shields, and they can't be restored. Can only be triggered once per battle. Then it's deals 0.3 times AoE damage to all enemies within 4 blocks before casting. Dispel all debuffs from the caster and deals increased damage based on the character's missing HP. So it does more damage the more you are hurt. So that's kind of what you can do with it. But she doesn't have any other AoEs that actually support it. So if you don't get the kill, and you don't get killed in return, it just doesn't really work out very well. Her kit's just really, really weird. I like the talent, but other than that, there's not really much to work off of. Still, cool looking character, and that should be it for this month. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Apex is done for the for me for this season. It's now to the elimination part. I have made a change to the. I'm making a change to the box. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Illustrial and replace her with Narm, and we'll see how that plays out next season. Besides that, it's going to be about 2 months before, was it Mariandel, or however you should pronounce her name, the old Lambda will be coming out. But I won't be able, if I do get her, I won't be able to get all of her bonds until later, because it'll be later on before I can get Sage of the Trees. And after, just before the Sage of the Trees banner will be out, I believe Elma will also be out, and she's kind of a very unique healer type that has teleports and debuff reflection. But that's not going to be for a while, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm the Depressed Hero. This was Langrisser Mobile. I'll see you guys later.